Okay, the time is up, and hello and welcome to Vaidya's Chess Hub. The countdown is over. It's Sunday and it's the feedback time, and I hope that you are ready to receive your feedback depending on, of course, how you have fared in the tournament. We played on Leeches. I have got a list ready. Let's get started first with Pratik. So if Pratik is online, this first feedback is for you, Pratik. I have always wondered why in your case there always has to be a pause. I always have wondered this. There is no way I've ever understood why Pratik always is a pause. And as a result of that, this is what happens. Let's take a good look at your performance. If you see the right number 45, the last one is Pratik. Having played just 3 games. You just played 3 games because you were on pause mostly. Because of that pause, what happened was that you could not play a lot of games, but I saw you often in the chat window with the hi sir. Then you sometimes have the idea as a black star boy or something. But why is there a pause? You don't have to pause yourself. Get rid of that habit. Every tournament, I can't remember the single time, Pratik, when I haven't seen you in a pause mode. Some time or the other, at some stage during the tournament, there always was a pause. That should not be the case. You should not, be pausing like that. So the feedback is for you. Again, I'll take you to your performance. This is your performance. Take a look at the last name there. Number 45 is you. And you played 3 games only in a matter of an hour. The tournament lasts for 1 hour. 1 hour. You played only 3 games. I ask you, is that fair? It's not fair. Okay. The next feedback is for Pooja ma'am. So the second last one was Pooja ma'am's name, and the last one was Pratik's name. But Pooja ma'am, you always ask me about how you can be better, how you can improve. So the thing about you, Pooja ma'am, good morning first of all. I have acknowledged, I see your message there, good morning. Pooja ma'am, you talk of improvement, but you make the same mistakes of giving free pieces. How will you improve? You tell me. Now I have questions for you. You tell me, Pooja ma'am, if you give away free pieces, how can you bring about the desired improvement? Stop giving your free pieces. And I always say things with proof. Just above Pratik, you have your name there, 44th on the list. And unfortunately, what has happened is you have played more games than Pratik, but not a single victory, not a single draw even. You played 6 games, ma'am. And if you are wondering why it is that your performance is this way, is because of this. So now let me take you to the game here. Pooja ma'am, you are white here. Pooja ma'am, you are white. You opened with e4, e5, knight c3. Everything is looking okay. A check. You saved the bishop. Everything looks okay for now. This is a horrible move, by the way. This is a very horrible move, simply because now if your opponent plays b5, your bishop is trapped. Why should you play this move? Just trapping this bishop in the corner. Simply beyond my understanding. Pooja ma'am, I hope you are sincerely watching this. So you don't block your bishop like that. Your bishop will be trapped if your opponent now had played b5. Lucky for you that didn't happen. But then this happened. Watch this. Watch this. Your opponent has just played this move. Your opponent has played the move bishop f5. So clearly your opponent is attacking your knight. And what did Pooja ma'am play? Pooja ma'am castled. So if you are going to do those things, then you shouldn't be asking me, Pooja ma'am, about your improvement and sir, when will I improve? Just look at what I am showing you, Pooja ma'am. This is for Pooja ma'am. Your opponent played the move indicated by the green arrow. So your opponent was attacking the knight. So the threat is shown by the red arrow. You have 4 minutes 20 left on the clock. You can see the time on below the h1 square. You can see the time, Pooja ma'am. 4 minutes and 20 seconds were remaining. And what did you play, Pooja ma'am? Something that I've shown in the blue arrow. So you played castling move. You castled in this move, on this move. And obviously you just lost a free knight on e4. Well, if you give free pieces like that, then you cannot talk of development, then you cannot talk about improving rating. Then even if you make another ID, which is my plan for you by the way, so even if you were to make another ID, Pooja ma'am, the same thing will happen over there. At least watch opponent's last move. What did I just say? At least watch opponent's last move. I don't understand how you are going to bring about an improvement if you don't watch opponent's last move. Once again, I will show you. Look at, it's not even rocket science. Take a look at what your opponent played. Your opponent played bishop f5. The opponent is attacking the knight and you castled. You just gave away the knight. The knight on e4 is just free. So that shouldn't happen. Absolutely shouldn't happen. Okay. Pooja ma'am, I think I'm done with you. So whenever you are talking of improvement, or that can happen, Pooja ma'am, once these things stop. I am okay with you losing the game, but how? Your opponent simply attacks a piece and you just give it free of cost. Well, then you cannot talk of improvement. But the first thing in improvement is stop giving free pieces. You need your pieces to win. You just give pieces. Well, by the way, this was a game against Kalyani. Kalyani defeated you in this game, Pooja ma'am. So I think that's a feedback for you. Stop giving free pieces. But what is the point realizing the mistake later, Pooja ma'am? No excuse. No excuse, Pooja ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you the image again. Take a look at the time you have. Below the H1 square, everybody should type in the chat. How much time does Pooja ma'am have here? Everybody can see that. 4 minutes and 20 seconds were remaining. You were under no time pressure to make such a mistake and apologize now. Pooja ma'am, you had 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Don't tell me that you castled and then you realized. That's the first principle. Watch opponent's last move. Don't tell me you castled. Why did you castle? Watch opponent's last move. How difficult is that? Your opponent just attacked the knight and you wanted to castle. With 4 minutes and 20 on the clock, I will not take this excuse. I am sorry. I won't take this excuse. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. I am not going to take that. So please don't apologize. Watch opponent's last move. You got to save that knight. Anyway, next. My next feedback is for Avnish. So Avnish More, if you are here, well, this is a feedback for you, and this probably is the second Sunday when you get this same feedback. In the sense that, like Pooja ma'am, the reason why your name features in that list just after Pooja ma'am is because you also have given a lot of pieces away. The game I'm talking about, Avnish, is I believe your game against Spidey. Your game against Tanish, yes, your game against Tanish is what I am talking about. Let's go to your ID, and we are talking about your game against Tanish. By the way, this I believe is a game that you won, so this feedback should be for Tanish. Yeah, not for you, for Tanish. I beg your pardon. This feedback is for Tanish. So is Tanish with us in the chat? Let me know, guys. This feedback is not for Avnish. The game was against Avnish, but the feedback is for Tanish. If Tanish is here, then only I will proceed with my feedback. Otherwise, somebody else. Tanish, I'll just wait for you to just say hi, sir, or something like that. Because the feedback is for you. The opponent was Avnish, but the blunder was made by Tanish. So if Tanish, you are here, just say hi, sir, or something so that I can give your feedback. Otherwise, I'm moving on to somebody else. And I wonder why he's missing out on a feedback session. If you don't attend the feedback session, how are you going to improve? Pragya, don't be late, my dear. What happened? Good noon, by the way, Pragya. Okay, I don't think that Tanishq 123 is here. So I am going to skip that feedback and go on to the next feedback. Which feedback shall I go to? Let's talk about this one. Can we talk about the... Yeah, this is the first one. Congratulations, by the way. That's the first thing I want to share with you. So, Saumitra, congratulations. You're back in the hunt. By the way, Omkar sir was definitely in the hunt for the first place. But I think against Saumitra, if I'm not wrong, it was against Saumitra that Omkar sir lost without a single game. without a single move. So he could not make the first move, and so you won that game. But he was also showing his class in that tournament. I was very happy with Omkar sir's performance because he was berserking. He wanted to make a point that I am 2000, and he did that, and he was actually, for the most part, at number 1 when we arrived the business end. So Soumitra, congratulations. Omkar sir definitely did well, 100%. There were a lot of positives, and Kshitij is consistent as usual. He's at number 3. However, if by fair play and if Master Rudra Mukadam had played decently, I'll come to that, Deep would have been 3rd, and that's amazing. Deep from Canada, waking up at 5:30 in the morning, would have finished 3rd ahead of most of you, and that was actually what was expected. But Rudra decided to help. Okay, that was about the podium finish. Let's go now to the game. So after that, this game is what I like to talk about. This is a praise for Namish. So Namish Dhake, if you are here, Namish, this is praise for you. I am impressed with you. What happened was, as I've already said, that Deep was under pressure because Kshitij got easy points against Rudra. So Kshitij decided to berserk this, and Namish successfully held Deep. With the berserk thing, there was no increment, and so Deep lost on time. Deep is clearly winning, but of course he has berserked and he has no time left to finish. So this goes to show, this screenshot is very important, guys. This screenshot is very important. And why is it important? It's important because this highlights the fact that if you play well, you can hold a player of higher rating if he has or she has berserked. They don't get the incremental time. So if you play properly, that's what Rudra should have done. We come to that game. That was a turning point, and that's why Deep was under pressure. He berserked against Namish, but Namish played well to defend properly, and against Deep he got some important rating points, and Deep wasn't the 3rd. Now, well done. That was quite nice of you, Kshitij, to acknowledge Deep's performance. Deep at the moment isn't here, but he would watch it offline. He actually sends a message every time because the timing doesn't match. Guys, it's night in Canada right now. Don't expect him to be here with us. Come on. The next feedback after Namish. Let's see who's the next. So this was praise for Namish. Now this one is for Jai Champ. I doubt that word champ very much every time I see Jai playing like this. So Jai, if you are listening to this, please bother to say hi sir or something, and please tell me, please explain this disastrous performance. There is no point saying sorry sir later. By the way, the stream is 100% perfect. Avnish, there must be fault online from your side. The stream is fluent 100%. Okay, so Jai Fulmamdikar, explain your disastrous performance. Somebody please tell me Jai's time left at the top there. Can you tell me how much time Jai has left on the clock? Someone read that? Yeah, Soumitra is the first one. Jai has 5 minutes and 34 seconds remaining after playing 70 moves. Again, Jai, you did not listen to that. I'm sure you did not listen to that. Listen. After playing 70 moves, you have more time left than what you had at the start of the game. And later, you say SORRY. And that is all. That is okay for Jai. He just says sorry. Yeah, it's okay. Jai Champ. That's not done. That is not done. From a boy like Jai, who is an experienced campaigner, you always worry about time. The moment is 15 minutes to go, you ask me, sir, where are the notifications? You don't worry about your time when you play the game. That's not done. I am sorry, that's not done. And by the way, Jay should have played very well, because again, let's look at the image, the screenshot. How much time does Omkar sir have? 17 seconds. So at what stage and at what point will Jay Fulmamrikar realize this? Vihang, Omkar sir has 5 minutes 34. Omkar sir has what? Omkar sir has what? 5 minutes 34. Let's take a look at this game. Let's take a look at this game. We are talking about this game or this game. What game are we talking about? I think we are talking about this game, right? Yeah. Okay. So Vihang, you want to make comments? Vihang, you want to make a comment about who has 5 minutes 34 seconds? Master Vihang Ghone. Oh, Master Vihang Ghone. Do you want to comment on who has 5 minutes 34 seconds? He has Basark, right? Omkar sir has Basark, right? Vihang Ghone, I want your comment. Omkar sir has Basark, right? You see in the image that Omkar sir has Basark. If someone has Basark, how will that player have 5 minutes left, Vihang? No, right? I am not always wrong on picking up players, Vihang. I am not always wrong. Sometimes, not always. I know what I am saying. So I am waiting for Master Jay to comment on this. Has Jay commented on this yet? No, he has not made any comment yet. Jay, where are you, man? Yeah, he said sorry, sir, once. Yeah, he's there. He's definitely there. He's saying sorry. Now, the thing about this, Jay, is that your sorry is not acceptable. I am okay if you lose. Guys, you tell me one thing. That day, I think by that day, I mean Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday, I suppose. Or maybe... No, it was Wednesday, I believe. I lost 2 straight games back to back, right? Win and loss does happen. It's a part of the game. I appreciate that. However, you losing the way you lost is not acceptable. Use your time. And Jay, you are not somebody who's new to the hub. That is why I was typically very annoyed with you. And now that is why the next feedback is for Master Avadut Patil. So is Avadut Patil here? Is Master Avadut Patil here? You have the same thing to improve as Jay. Master Avadut Patil, where is the rush? Where do you have to go after the tournament? Is there some place where you have to reach in urgency? You also, like Jay, I think it was on Tuesday, you lost with more time, more than 5 minutes remaining on the clock. Same what Jay did. Why are you playing so fast, Avadut? I am okay with your losses. I have never said this. Why are you losing the games? Well, no. You get a feedback for why you lost the game. Sure. But I am not irritated or annoyed by that. Hey, I lose games. Everybody does. Anand loses games. That's not the point. That's not the point. But the point is, you should not play carelessly just to make some move because it is your turn to play. That is not good. And you have been displaying that lately. Avadut, if you have to improve, well, you have to use your time. Simple as that. If you don't plan, spend some time on the board, then you cannot come up with good moves. How will you think of good moves if you don't think at all? And then when you think, you will use your time. It's all interrelated, is it not? It is okay to lose on time. It is okay to, lose a game after having thought properly. Perfectly okay. Win or loss is okay. I always say that. But not like this. You're doing the same thing what Jay did. So please improve on that. People playing fast. Well, I have very little to say to you guys. Next one, please. Now this one is for Prisha. Prisha is with us, right? Prisha, I'm waiting for you to say hello, sir, or something. Prisha Fatak, I think I saw your hello, sir. So I think you are with us. Prisha, are you here? If you are with us, Prisha, this feedback is for you. Look at the threats. This is Prajna versus Prisha. Now, what has happened is Prajna just pushed the pawn as indicated by the blue arrow. Watch this properly, Prisha. So look at the threat with the red arrow. The bishop is going to take on the g2, take on g2 square, the pawn, and then your rook will be trapped. But unfortunately, Prisha, what you played was the green arrow. You just thought that, hey, let me take the free pawn, and then Prajna took on g2 and you lost your rook. So next time, whenever your opponent makes a move, you have to look at all the threats. I think that, Prisha, this point is very important. That's why I took a screenshot. And you had enough time. It's 3 minutes 54, and Prajna, as usual, has more than 4 minutes. But definitely, this is what I want from you the next time, Prisha. So she pushed the pawn. Watch the blue arrow, Prisha. Watch the blue arrow. So she pushed the pawn, and suddenly this bishop on c6 is attacking the pawn, the g2 pawn. So next time you can be a little more careful, Prisha. I'm sure you have made a note of that. Next, please. Well, this is Avdut versus, is it Radhesh? Is it Avnish? I think it's Avdut's game. Guys, who is the opponent here? I cannot see the name clearly. Avdut's opponent. Who is Avdut's opponent here, if you see clearly? Is it Radhesh? Who is Avdut's opponent here? It's plus 6.6 and white left the game. So is it Radhesh? Who is it? Yeah, it's Radhesh. Yes. So Radhesh, this feedback is for you. The position is not important. What is important is what you can see in the screenshot. Radhesh, the thing is, you were white. White is plus 6.6. White is plus 6.6. Radhesh, good. You are here online with us. So you are winning, Radhesh. You are winning here. Plus 6.6. And then it says white left the game. Why? This is hilarious. Radhesh, you have to explain this. You were totally winning this game, but you left the game. Why did you do that? Plus 6.6, Radhesh. You could have defeated Avdut and he would have gotten yet another feedback because he was playing fast in this game as well, like all other games. So next time, please improve on that, Radhesh. Look at the computer analysis at the top there. Plus 6.6. That's huge. It's winning any day. And white left the game. What happened there? Next feedback. This is for Rupak. Is Rupak here? Is Rupak Gokhale here? What's up? Rupak, if you are here, let me know. Are you here? Yeah, Rupak is here. So Rupak, take a look at this game. If you start losing like this, then what are you going to achieve? This is your game against Arya Mahakal. Barely 4 moves were done and black left the game. Why? The game has just started. You just left the game. The game was perfectly going on nicely, Rupak. That's not done. If you start losing games like this, that's not participating in a tournament. This is very poor. You lose points. It's a rated tournament. You lose points as well. You lose tournament points as well. You get a feedback from me. All the things happen. You just left the game and white was of course white was victorious. Black just left the game. That's not fair. Don't give me excuses, Radhesh. You know that there was a tournament. You should be ready for the tournament. Rupak also is saying there was a net issue. OMG, the net issue. Next feedback. Oh my god. Who is this? Now, this one is a biggie. Now this is the one game that made my blood boil. I cannot be, really unhappy or any more unhappier than Rudra. This screenshot says it all. Master Rudra Mukadam, what is the matter? Why are you playing so fast? Your opponent has berserked. You haven't. I repeat, your opponent has berserked. Rudra, you haven't berserked. Take a look at the screenshot again. You have 3 minutes and 47 seconds remaining. Datta has berserked this game. You can see there. So, all he has is 40 seconds. He will not get incremental seconds. With this time left with you, you played the move shown with the red arrow. You push the pawn. Now that pawn will be attacked twice by the king and by the rook. But you don't care. Rudra Mukadam does not care. Yes, does not care. Rudra says, take my pawns. Rudra was very happy. Rudra was saying, hey Kshitij, you only have 40 seconds. How will you win? Hey, let me help you. I am there for you. I will help you, but I will not let Deep come third. I will help you. You have only 40 seconds. I have 3 minutes. So let me play faster than you. I will play faster than you and I will blunder all my pawns and you will have 40 seconds which will be enough to beat me. I only have 3 minutes. You have 40 seconds. Amazing. Amazing. That's the way to play, Rudra Mukadam. That's the way to play. Don't worry about 3 minutes. Don't worry that you have not berserked. You get 3 seconds increment. But your opponent should win. Is it not? Yeah. Your opponent should definitely win. Because your opponent has only 40 seconds. You have 3 minutes. How will he win otherwise? That's why Rudra said, I will blunder all my pawns. And finally, Kshitij will win. And be on the podium. But someone from Canada cannot be third. Right, Rudra? Right? Am I right? Someone from Canada cannot be third. Someone from India has to be third. Let me remind you, Deep is our very own fellow. Very bad. Very bad. So not impressed. This one screenshot says it all. You could not hold on to this position for 40 more seconds. It's not very clear whether it will be checkmate or what. And even before this, you were equal in position. You blundered everything and finally Datta was able to mate you with just 40 seconds. Very bad. That's extremely bad. When I was watching this live, I could not believe what I saw. Never ever let this be the case. I want you to remember, Rudra, that you have not berserked. You don't play fast. Your opponent has berserked. The pressure is on your opponent to finish fast, not on you. You take your time. OMG. Oof. The next, please. Now this one, I believe, is for Rutu. Again, there we go. I think this one is important. I think it's Rutu. Let me go to leeches. This one is for Rutu. So let's take a look at Rutu standing. Where is Rutu exactly? Yeah, I think this is the game. The checkmate is like this, yes. And let me show you the game now. I think I have the game here. This is the game here I'm talking about. Okay, Rutu lost this game. Rutu is black, by the way. Again, Rutu, you keep asking me about your you don't have to look at the full position. You don't have to look at everything. I'm just showing you the screenshot of what matters, Kshitij. Don't worry. Rutu, again I'm saying, in this game as well, when you lost, my dear, you had 4 minutes remaining against I think it was Srinath. Knight 3, no, Sahil, right? Who is Knight 369? Whose ID is Knight 369? Whose ID is that? Is it Sahil or is it Srinath? Whose is this? This was the game that Rutu was playing, and this again is this is absolutely not done. This is Srinath's ID. Okay, so Srinath won this game. Srinath, well played. I saw this game. You played very well. But Rutu should make a note of this. When he lost, he has 4 minutes remaining, and that's definitely not done. So it's a typical feedback for you. You are playing way too fast. When you lost, you have 4 minutes remaining. That is definitely a big no-no. Let's look at the next one. Now this one is the next. Sahil Prajapati, are you here? Sahil Prajapati, are you here? Is Sahil Prajapati with us? This feedback is for him. Samarth Basart, and I just scholars mated him. Just a scholars mate, simple scholars mate. So if Sahil is with us, let me know. Sahil Prajapati, are you with us? Because if you are with us, then only I'll proceed with this feedback. If you are not with us, then I'll proceed to somebody else. No, I don't think he's... yes, he is. Arya is saying no, he is not. Okay, people are divided about it. But then scholars made watch opponent's last move. Let me quickly show it to you. So Sahil, Samartha just brought his queen to d5, and the threat is shown by the red arrow. You have 4 minutes 44 seconds remaining. Look at the time left. Look at the time left. 4 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock, and you played the move indicated by the blue arrow. How sad is that, Sahil Prajapati? This is the feedback for you. So watch opponent's last move. You should have castled here. Castling is the okay move here, or if not, even better, we're not castling. In fact, you could have played queen e7. No, not queen e7. Castling is okay. You lose a piece here. Queen f6, you're still losing the knight anyway. But at least don't get checkmated. That's not fair. You have 4 minutes and 44, and Samartha just checkmated you here in this position, and you have 4 minutes 44 seconds remaining. So that is not fair. Sahil Prajapati, you can watch this later and make improvement, because that is definitely not good. Next feedback. Now this is for Saumitra and his game against Omkar sir. Don't worry, I am going to show you on the screen properly. Okay. This is Saumitra versus Omkar sir. Now in this game Saumitra lost to Omkar sir. I think he played twice. He defeated him once and he lost once, something like that. In this game Saumitra lost. Saumitra is white here. So let me take you to that position where okay, this is that position. Let me take you to leeches now, please. Okay. So now it is in this position. Guys, don't worry about that last game, whether castling is legal or what. My point is that with 4 minutes remaining, don't worry about castling is legal or not legal in that last game. Doesn't matter. My point was simple, that with 4 minutes and 44 seconds remaining, he should have played something better. Not definitely giving an easy checkmate to Samartha. That is the point. Don't worry whether castling is legal, illegal. Don't worry about that. Sahil should understand that with 4 minutes and 44 seconds remaining, he definitely could have thought and played better. That is my point. Now don't worry about legal or illegal. Let's just stop that. Focus on this game at hand here. Okay. Now the thing is, in this position, I was talking about this position here. Omkar sir in this position played the move that I am showing here. Omkar sir played knight e5 here. Now what happened to the rule of counting when you play? Soumitra, you're such a good player. The moment he played knight e5, you should count once, twice and thrice. So the knight is attacked thrice and the knight is defended twice. The best move in this position is just to bring this knight ed2. Knight ed2, and Soumitra, the position would have been equal. Let's find out. Yes, minus 0.9 minus 1 is playable. It is not lost, it's playable, this position against Omkar sir, who is 2029 rated at the moment, or at that moment I should say 2029. It's definitely a playable position. You should have played the move knight ed2, so the knight would have been defended also thrice and attacked thrice. I don't know why you played the move queen b3 and you just gave the piece there. Eventually you went on to lose the game. So never lose a track of counting how many times a piece is attacked and how many times the piece is defended. Always keep a count of that. Otherwise you played very well. There is not a major issue otherwise, Soumitra. Okay. Now let's see. I have another feedback for. Well, this one is for Chinmay. Is Chinmay with us? Chinmay Iyer, are you with us? Are you with us, Chinmay? So, I hope he is with us. Chinmay, in this position, the check comes first. That logic must not be forgotten. The check comes first. Okay. So my point here with the check comes first is that you should definitely have taken the knight on f6. That would have been a check, and then should have recaptured the queen, because you are not in check here. So Chinmay, always remember initiative and tempo. I always say play with tempo. So the correct move over here should have been knight takes f6 check, and then you should recapture the queen. And white was better here. I repeat, Chinmay, white was better here. And Daksh, you wanted a feedback. Well, this is the feedback for you. You played well in that tournament. I think Daksh, this was the first tournament you played with us, right? Yeah. So you played well. But what you can do, Daksh, is first, don't berserk a lot. That's number one. And number two, play slowly, which is a common feedback for all. But first thing is, don't berserk every game. And in this game, Daksh, you played well because you exploited this mistake by Chinmay, and Daksh went on to win the game. So that was very well done. Daksh, I'm very proud of you. Brilliant indeed. So Chinmay, I hope you've analyzed this loss. This is when the position was equal. There was no problem. The position was perfectly equal. You could have easily drawn this game, or maybe taken this into the end game and would have been okay here. Oh, this one, OMG, this one is well done for Datta. Guys, everyone can clap for Kshitij Datta, because this is, I'll show you the entire game, don't worry. I pull that up. This one is a draw against Deep, and this is exactly the reason why big players don't resign. I'll show you. Let's see what happened here. Let's dive straight into the end game. Now, Datta is black here. Guys, Datta is black here. Datta played the move King F6. And this should be noted by all the juniors as well. Watch this. Jai, please watch this. So Datta played, I thought Datta would resign here. Datta tried to offer a draw as well. You should see this game. Datta tried to offer a draw, but Deep declined that draw, obviously because Deep was winning this. Now Datta played this move, King to F6, and Deep thought, hey, now what's the problem? I'll just make a queen. And guess what? This is a stalemate. This is a stalemate, and Deep could not get a win. I hope everybody is making a note of this. Watch this. This is a sequence. Datta went for it. He just went for King F6, And then when Deep thoughtlessly played this Queen G8, I wouldn't say thoughtlessly because I think he had only 38 seconds remaining, so there was no real time to calculate. But this is a fantastic example to show that you don't resign. And so all those great players who have 4 minutes remaining, Avdut, watch this, Jay, watch this. No resignation, playing slowly, playing right till the end. Don't give up hope. This is nice. And of course, Deep later regretted because he did not get the full points. His game ended in a draw. So Deep was really not happy. This is fantastic. Brilliant indeed. So I'm very happy with this stalemate idea. Kshitij, that was really, really brilliant. They completely lost position for Kshitij, but he did not give up, and that's why he ended up with a draw. That's brilliant indeed. Okay, my next feedback will be for all in general, guys. My next feedback will be for all in general. After this, we are going to do tactics, by the way. My next feedback is for all in general. I will say this, and this week I'll observe whether you listen to this feedback or not. You rather should lose on time rather than play something silly and lose and try to impress me with speed. Don't try to match the speed of good players. That will happen to you eventually. It does happen. But first and foremost, use your time, your thinking time to play good chess. This week, I am going to observe that. In all the tournaments, I am going to do that. By the way, another important thing is, Rupak was asking me if I'll play with the under 1200, under 1400 this evening. No, I will do that from the 16th. Okay, 16th is the third Sunday. Remember, I told you that third Sunday. I'm not going to start today. In fact, this evening I've got some work for the SSC guys, some academic question paper setting and everything. So I will do that next week. Next week, Sunday evening time, I will accept challenges from under 1200, even under 1400. It's okay. Under 1400. Let's make it under 1400. 3 plus 0 casual. Sunday evening. I may not be live, but definitely I will accept challenges. We'll see how that goes. Not today, not this evening. Next Sunday. We will definitely, I think that's 16th. Next Sunday. So we will do that. So everybody will get under 1400 will get a chance to play with me. The seniors, I always play with you on Tuesdays. So the juniors will have their chance. At the moment, let us quickly go to Leeches. And as usual, I will be logging into Leeches. Continue your chat for some time. And as usual, the tactics will be tough because they will be in 2200s. So make sure that you are in tune. We have 20 minutes, so we will try to do at least 5 tactics before we end the session. Reminding you, if there is a bullet tournament, play in that this evening. Vihang can throw some light on that. If he's going to create a bullet tournament, let me know. Let me log into Leeches. Meanwhile, you can continue on the chat, okay? Okay guys, the first position is white to play. Let me show you the arrows. It's white to play here. The puzzle rating is 2306. You can see that. So this is the position. Let me know if your plan is to play rook takes bishop, that is rook takes e6. Is that what you want to play? Is your move queen takes b7? Is that your move? Let me change the board colors please, because the arrows come out very well. Let me go to my favorite board setting, and if not this, then do you want to play a move such as doubling of the rooks, rook h d1, or do you want to play the move knight to d4, or is it none of these? I always say none of these is the option. It is white to play. Your time starts now. I've given you 3 minutes. See you after 3 minutes. Okay, so last 20 seconds, guys. Seniors, be ready with the line. You cannot just indicate the arrow. In about 12 seconds more. Well, I think the green one makes sense. Most of all. So this is from a position where, well, did you count the material? Did anyone count the material here? Is white in a deficit? I have not even calculated that. Let me do that myself. queen, 2 rooks, 2 minor pieces, 7 pawns to 6 pawns. So white is a pawn up here. It's no question of losing position. Okay, finally, what are the players saying? Did Soumitra give any answer at all? Soumitra had too much to calculate. Vihang has given the answer. Blue arrow leads to knight d8. Blue arrow leads to knight d8. And then what happens after knight d8? So basically blue arrow. Okay, final position, guys. Final answer. So is it blue or green? There is a big tie between it. The blue definitely attacks the knight twice. That's what happens. And the green, well, rook takes e6, f takes e6, queen takes, and we will win the knight, because even after knight e7 you get a free piece. So Mitra, did you not appreciate that? I'm going to go with the green arrow, guys. I'm going to go with the green one. Yeah, so let's go ahead with the green one. The best move there. Queen takes b7 check. We can pick up the knight. Brilliant indeed. Well done. The first one is out of the way. Let's see. Brilliant. All those who said the green arrow, wonderful. Brilliant indeed. The next one is going to be black to play. So very important, guys. It is black to play. Notice the change. It's not white to play. It's black to play. Let me give you the arrows. The puzzle rating is 2313. Do you want to go ahead and exchange? Do you want to go ahead and take the pawn? Do you want to go ahead and play the move rook to f5? Or do you want to go ahead and play rook takes e3, taking the bishop? Or is it still none of these? You can say that it's black to play here. All right, the time is up. There seems to be a tie between the green and the blue arrow yet again. Well, Datta, you said queen takes f3 is not a check. So do you want to switch back to some other colored arrow? What's your final opinion? We have a lot of people. Prajna has typed like a million times rook takes e3. She just wants to make sure that she is seen and heard. Prajna saw that. Good. But what do the seniors say? The blue arrow? Well, I think that the blue arrow does make sense. 100%. It does make sense, is it not? Because the point is that there is a pin, sort of a pin. Not absolute pin, but a sort of a pin. If blue arrow is played and if queen takes rook, then queen takes g2 is made. However, after rook takes e3, did anyone think about this queen to f7 check? Is that some tactic, some idea? Does that hold good? Green is better. Okay, green is better. So, green is better. Let's see why. What if we play the arrow shown by you? Queen takes f3, then rook takes f3. What if after queen takes f3 and the pawn takes, we get a free bishop? So queen takes f3, you have to play rook takes f3, that's for sure. And then bishop takes f3, then you have to take back, and then rook takes. So you just become a piece up. But then my point is, that's why the one shown in the blue will probably not work, because after this, let's say white plays check, then if here, then queen again to f4 check, because remember he has a battery of queen and rook, so there is always a possibility of check. So there is always a possibility. So guys, I completely agree with the green one. Initially, you would have thought that the blue arrow makes sense, because clearly the queen is sort of a pain, there is checkmate. But let's not forget there is check. Therefore, I'm going to go with the green arrow. That's the best move there. I'm going to take the rook as well. And now we have got 2 out of 2. Brilliant. Datta, brilliant. I think Datta was the first to say the green arrow. Guys, let me know who was the first to say the green arrow. Just scroll the chat and tell me who was the first to say green arrow. Come on, be honest. Give each other some credit. So who was the first one to say that green arrow makes sense? Who was the first one? The next one is going to be black to play. Okay, this is black to play, and I believe this is our third position. Let me give you your arrows. Do you want to play knight takes c3? Do you want to play bishop takes e5? Do you want to just push the pawn and play b5? Or do you want to play a move like... Let me give you a good one here. Queen to f6. Can we do that? Or let's say f6. Why not? Just f6. Or is it none of these? Yeah, none of these could be an option. I've not calculated it. It's black to play, 3 minutes. Okay, the time is up, and boy, is there a confusion about that color or what. But we will stick to what Avdut shared with us. Avdut is a student of drawing, is it not? So he claims that it's chrome or what? Or ochre. Is it ochre? What color is that? O-C-H-O-R-E. I will stick to chrome. My god, that second word is too tough to be said. Okay, chrome it is. So guys, chrome it is. Let it be chrome for now. So yeah, I'm going to go with that chrome one, and I feel very seriously that you guys are right. You've chosen the absolute correct color there. The logic behind that is the fact that the pawn here is pinned. So we can always take on this d1 if there is no knight on c3. So queen takes, and now bishop takes. So the point is that if now the pawn takes, then queen can take this d1, and clearly we are 3 out of 3. Guys, we will go ahead and quickly do the next one. It's black to play. Let me give you the arrows. So with this one, the options that I want you to take a look at is, do you want to play the move queen to a4? Do you want the move rook takes d4? Do you want to play the move knight to c6? Or do you want to play the move pawn takes pawn, right? Multicolored arrow. Or is it none of these? We will change the timing now. We'll just let it be 2 minutes, guys. Let it be 2 minutes. Okay. Your time starts. 2 minutes, guys. Black to play again. Okay, seniors. We have some entries here. Well, Datta is supporting He is saying rook takes d4, the red. Saumitra says rook takes d4 as well. Chinmay is saying red. Jay is saying red. Prajna is saying red since a long time now. So basically you all agree with the red one. Queen e2, then rook takes c4, queen takes c4, and bishop a6 is an important idea. Guys, now really you're thinking deep. I'm so happy with all of you. Fantastic. That move, bishop a6, was such an important one to see. I love this. I'm really proud of all of you who saw the bishop a6 move. I repeat, that bishop a6 skewer is such an important idea to see there. After you play rook takes d4, the pawn will not take the rook. Of course, opponent knows that the queen is free. So queen will go to e2 supporting the bishop. Then rook takes c4, queen takes c4, and then bishop a6 is a skewer. So this is a very important idea. Everybody who thought of that bishop a6 is just wonderful. Totally amazing. All those who saw that bishop c4, bishop a6, sorry, wonderful. Bishop a6, the move you got to see. So now, let's see. Let me take you to the board with a perfect. Okay, yeah. So the red one makes sense. Watch this. What I'm saying is rook takes. The queen will go to c4 because the bishop is hanging. You take it. The queen takes it, and then you see this bishop a6 move. Well, this is so important. That is a move to spot. So let's do this. Oh, now what, guys? Now what? He has not played queen e2. Now do we just, is it okay just for us to take this bishop, or is there a trick involved? Now what? Tell me, guys, now what? Very important. If queen goes to f4, what happens if queen goes to a4? Guys, I congratulated everybody who saw bishop a6. Everybody. Kshitij, I saw that. But now what? Free bishop, that's it. Is there any trick that white has? That's it, free bishop, that's it. No idea, no other idea, sure, that white has or white may have. People are convinced. Knight d5. Why is knight d5 good for us? We won't take the knight? What? Why? Oh, taking it is good. 4 out of 4. And now the last one, guys. The last one. Alright. So let's see. This is the last one now. And for this session, that is. The last one for this session. We'll end it again with a black to play, and I'll show you the arrows. It's black to play. Okay, so your arrows are, do you want to play a sacrifice right away, knight takes f3? Do you want to play the move bishop takes e4? Do you want to play pawn push, or are you interested in playing the move g5, or is it, despite of all these, is it still none of these? Last 2 minutes and the last position. Okay, noted, Manas, noted. Please mention the color as well. Oh, Rupak is saying it's 0 out of 5 for you. Don't worry, the rating is very high for this one. Gradually you will get things right. Okay, the time is up and let's see what happens. Datta claims that once again this is an easy one. So he agrees with the blue line because he says that we have this bishop takes e4, f takes e4, bishop takes e4, and then rook takes b6. If it does not, then the bishop goes to c6, will be a pawn up. So is this all just for a pawn? Just for a pawn, guys? Is this all just for a pawn? So bishop takes e4. If he plays the move bishop takes e4, then what happens? The rook takes... Okay, so bishop takes e4. So we will be a pawn up. That's what it is. So Soumitra is saying the multi-named arrow. Well, now it's interesting. Whenever I get division, I like that. Vihang, what are you? So you agree with Soumitra. So you are saying multicolored arrow. And what's the line with f5? Let's see what Soumitra is saying with f5 there. So Saumitra's line with f5 is that f5, e takes f5 is impossible due to bishop takes f3 check. So something, and then we play f takes e4, f takes e4, bishop takes e4 followed by rook takes b6. So let's see what Soumitra is saying here. After this move, he is saying that due to bishop takes f3, which is a fork, that's not possible. And whatever he plays later, we will take. And then after that, after the exchanges, there will be two pawns. We will be in a situation where will be two pawns up. Okay, so now there is a tough fight between blue arrow and the multicolored arrow or the chrome arrow. So now let there be fight going on. Rudra says Soumitra is correct. Kshitish, do you want to change? Vihang, you agree with Soumitra? You think that multicolored, the chrome arrow is correct? Samartha is with us? No, he's not with us. What? Okay. Blind calculation. You want me to put the board again? Okay, fine. I was just thinking that you are ready with it. That's why I did not put the board. Okay, here you go. If you wanted the board, here it is. I thought you already had calculated in those 2 minutes. Do you want to change? Anybody who wants to change? Let me know, guys. Anybody who wants to change is welcome. Okay, now you see the board. What do you think now? This is the last one. Let's end it with a 5 out of 5. Come on. Avadut thinks chrome is the best. Soumitra and Vihang have already made their mind about the chrome thing. We will just give about 30 seconds if Datta wants to change. Pragya, what do you think? Prajna, what was your answer? Prajna, did you participate, Prajna? Did I miss your answer in all those chat lines? Okay, that's it. Kshitish, try to make up your mind. So I am personally going to go, let's see, let's calculate here. If we play the chrome arrow, one thing is for sure, the threat is very evident what we want to do here and achieve. So it will be a 2-pawn lead, that there is no doubt about. Does white have any counterplay after f5? That's the important thing to note. Can he just move the king away? You still win the pawn. So I'm going to go with this. Puzzle failed. No, let's look at blue one. Puzzle failed. And now what? And now what? Guys, we got this one wrong. Unfortunately, we got this one wrong. Unbelievable. Got this one wrong, guys. Got this one wrong. The blue arrow was wrong. The chrome arrow was wrong. What's up? What say? OMG. What's up? Guys, bishop takes is wrong. F5 is wrong. Now what? Now what, guys? Now what? That's it. Share this answer on WhatsApp. Do you want to do that on WhatsApp? Share this answer on WhatsApp. Or do you want me to view the solution immediately? That's not fair, right? So we got one wrong, guys. 4 out of 5 for us. 4 out of 5. That's 90%. And yes, we lost 27 points. And now Datta is saying bishop c6 is very good. Somehow none of these was the answer. Bishop c6. Because that knight has nowhere to go. If we play bishop c6, that knight has... the knight can go here, right? Can't the knight go there? Why is bishop c6 so great? Oh, then we can play the rook to b4, but the knight can go back. Oh no. Send the answer. Send the answer. What if after bishop c6 the knight cannot go there? Yeah, bishop c6 seems to be the answer. Yeah, best move. But now what's the point? We got it, guys. We got it. But minus 27 and we got it. So bishop c6 was the right answer. Unfortunately. So 4 out of 5 for us today. We will stop. I may not be there in evening today, this evening, because as I said, I've got online academic classes work to do. But if you do play, keep me posted. And on Tuesday, I will take challenges. Those who are in charge of creating tournaments, post message on WhatsApp. Vihang, post a message for today as well. And I will see you on Tuesday at 6. Okay. I will start for the under 1400 from the next Sunday, not today.